What's up, Hippo lovers? Fire against Matthias. A very interesting matchup coming our way here. I will cast some recorded games. The series happened earlier today, but I was over at Rocket Beans TV, so couldn't cast those games live. We will directly jump into game number 1 here, played on Arabia. And our civilizations will be an early eagle running into a TC here. Fire with an unfortunate start into the direction of Matthias. Or can he save this one? It looks like he indeed did. So sweet stuff for him. He's playing the Aztecs. Matthias on the other side with the Franks and 7 on food here. So seems like Mad feeling spunky. So it seems like we are seeing the recorded game from Matthias, and he had his Twitch sent him messages to his in-game. Now maybe should talk to him about that. Now that's not too great because people can obviously give him hints in that way. And I think we can't get rid of this, right? I'm not sure if I can get chat off and fix that, or if it's included in the record. I think we will just have to read it. Field Nelly man. And yeah, or is it mute? It can't be mute. Okay, well, we have Matthias. Let's take a look at his map. We saw the solid wood at the left hand side, berries here in the back, gold. Hilly, tough to build a good mining camp. Somewhat protected from a cliff, so if you vault all that left hand side, get some buildings up over here, it might be okay, but the rest of the map quite open as well. Pushing some deer. On the other side we have fire with quite a sweet map here. Look at that, defensive woodline, defensive gold, defensive berries. Just a perfect dream to do it rush FC or something of the likes. Really hi to all of you. So lovely that you're tuning in here. I'm not sure if like this is too efficient. At some point your build-up is really getting screwed when you go too far outside of the TC. Yeah, I know what he's trying to do. Trying to save some sheep. Good enough that boar are still left. Did I miss a boar? No, there was no chance for a boar steal, right? What is Matthias up to? Okay, he saw it. Maybe it was in the dark spot there for quite some time. And yeah, looks like the boar spawn is roughly at the cliff. And it's running around a bit. Maybe he missed it when he looked several times. And didn't really go for it yet. But maybe just was waiting for the deer to be pushed in as well. So only 3 on wood. So that indicates a lot of scouts coming way of fire, who will finish that house, and then I kind of assume a barracks to be put down here. And the question is still, what will he really go for? Will it be the Josh FC? Will it just be M&A? His map is just so good, but for Josh FC I think normally he should send some villagers on wood now, because you're adding quite a lot of farms as well. Second boar so late for Matthias here at pop 20 basically. Quite surprising. Did need to loom. Not the greatest start here as it seems. I did tell the guy who sent me all the restarts to not include any, who sent me all the records, to not include any restarts, so we will have no idea who took a restart at what point. Just to have a smooth casting of all those wrecks here. 3 on wood. And we see Matthias should be clicking up any second, should be pop 22. At the same time, fire. He sends 1 on gold. That is surprising to me. It will be 2 on gold, right? And then just M&A aggression. Everything else would just be so confusing for me. Shoshi, thanks for your prime. 5 on 1 in the back again, and now we're getting into the tricky part of this game. Fire with a better start. We have Matthias with the 17-second delay. Fire only 6 seconds behind, so super crisp. Dark Edge by him so far. M&A production is starting now, and he will wall some more. This looks like a pretty nice map. I can't stop really looking at it. Just It's so nice to play this one. Good start for him in quite an important match for both of them. Remember, we already have the Lord and Savior dropping down to the loser brackets. Unfortunately, yesterday it didn't go too well for him, and oof. Nightbot Theos against Eddie didn't spoil us though. There was another series. For a small second I got scared. What map is this? We call it Arabia, but Fire might also soon call it Hideout or Arena. For Militia, now adding a Spearman, not going for the aggression just yet. Stable around. I just feels like such a good spot for Fire. Probably wants to wait for one Spearman, then moves out double bit X even on the way. MA upgrade kind of late here. Even adds a second Spearman, so that will be tricky. 2 Spearmen, 4 Men-at-Arms. You can't really clear that with Scouts. Might need to be forced into some Archers. And is losing a lot of vision. Moving out at the left-hand side. What's the idea that Matthias is getting here? He sees everything good for him. He's doing some damage against the Eagle, but is now going back. Scouts here, archery range needs to be put down. He still isn't going for any gold though. Now needs to try and wall this off. Pretty sweet job. I think I would have included the house here, but he's just walling in front of it. Kind of okay as well. Needs to take 3 villagers, and did he? Oh, he got his start back. Okay, still not a single kill in this game. And what did I want to say? Yeah, doubt in the loser brackets. The losing the series isn't like, okay, yeah, I'm out of the loser bracket, I'm out of the winner bracket, let's fight through the loser bracket there. It will just get super tough, and you really want to win every single series here to give yourself the advantage of coming from the winner bracket and have that 1-0 lead going into the last final best of 9. Remember guys, the winner of this whole qualifier will go to Hamburg, trip paid, and will fight for the 5k prize pool against 6 of the best players in the world. 1 qualifier in the next 6 weeks, and then we will follow it up with another qualifier. In each of them, 1 player will qualify. Comes out, Matthias pretty active, is doing quite some job with his scouts here as well. Not that he's doing a lot of damage, but simply forcing some quick walls, tougher to get some farms rolling later on. Maybe even get a villager here. Nice micro back by Mr. Fire. He is doing a good job here. Scouts pretty hurt now. At the same time, first loss. And those wills of Fire, nicely saved, 16 HP. Eagle now saved in the TC as well. Second barracks, so Mr. Fire will add some Eagles here. Would love to see Palisade Gates to block this off. Matthias stabilized at hope. Both with the same villager count. KD 3-0, nothing too important. And Matthias finally is able to go on to gold. That's not the greatest lumber mining campify. Oh, actually it's 1 tile in between, so that's good. Oh, villagers should work pretty well. I probably, yeah, wasn't able to build such a great one. Yeah, they are working quite efficiently on that one, and now goes for the big walls. Looks pretty safe. Most players do not want to take a lot of eco damage early on here. Archer finally down. Fire's resources looking pretty solid to go towards Castle Age already on the other side. Same amount of food, and they're now adding some more on gold. Do we maybe see some archers added for now? Skirmishers are dying. Scouts can't really fight this either. Spearmen with low HP getting microed back. Wow, thought this was dead. You mean Age of Empires? It's actually, when it comes to viewer numbers, bigger than ever. We have a lot of big tournaments, my friend. And this is a qualifier for an offline tournament happening in February with $5,000 prize pool. And Microsoft is even sponsoring a $60,000 tournament at the moment. So if you love this game, there's plenty for you to watch. For now, we're looking into this series. Maybe second mining camp could be a good thing for Mr. Matthias, who's now up to the castle age. Fire, just waiting for the market after his blacksmith is finished, and is clicking up now as well. I think he could cancel that palisade wall, build a third barracks. He will build it behind here. I don't really get that. We'll need to delete one house. I think a barracks over here could have been the better choice. I see a hippo in the middle of the map. Do you? Do you see a hippo? +1 defense. And Fire, he won't have the toughest job when it comes to production. Just produce massive amount of eagles and pikemen. And just attack. You only need to upgrade 1 unit, 3 barracks, and go for it. At the other side, Matthias, what can he really go for? Double stable, go knights. Yeah, makes a lot of sense with Franks. But I won't really do too well against mass pikemen. Fire did wheelbarrow. Well, let's take a look. We have Matthias with wheelbarrow for sure. Fire at the other side. He will carry +5 or something. It should be 18, right? Yeah, and both players have wheelbarrow. So Fire, 3 more villagers, and only slight timing behind. So a bit of a better eco here, and could eat some damage. No, Matthias very active, won't lose that. Now starting with a lot of knights here, +1 defense only now coming in. And he's eating some. Oh, he's going for +1 attack first. Did he just cancel +1 defense? Go for +1 attack? No, he finished +1 defense. Pikeman upgrade, Eagle Warrior upgrade for Fire on the way, and he will put on some nice pressure. Yes, did he just add a skirt? Was that just the guy running around? What can Matthias really do against this attack? I think it will be just super tough for him. Lumped up map, no real chance to attack him. And it's Civ that can't really answer. If he gets to Axeman, that obviously could be incredibly good. But we are 290 stone away from that. Fire doesn't have wheelbarrow. Didn't I see him go in for 18 food here? Carried? I'm pretty sure. And he only carried 15. 15? Oh, he doesn't have wheelbarrow. Okay, yeah, my bad. Nearly math. Okay, just 15. Well then, it's dead even villager count, basically. And the walls will be broken now. We're seeing some scouts very active here by Matthias, trying to intercept villagers coming over. Does not want to have a monastery or siege workshop in his face. +2 attack now coming. Matthias, he is not adding anything else. Now wants to take the engagement probably from the hill. Let's take a look. There was a lot of hits against the first knight here, and that's a horrible engagement. Villagers are trying to help out here as well. Yeah, he will win this fight, but was it cost efficient? Seems like it is somewhat even. Matthias winning it for now. Military count in his favor, but he is playing this 1 TC. Tries to survive this. Nice engagement with the hill there, but maybe a monk to heal himself up could be nice as well. Monastery from Fire now at the front, warning his villagers. Getting in more eagles in a spot where maybe more pikemen could be an option. Yeah, and you see, he's only queuing up pikemen from here on. Just waited for the +2. Fire wants to run. Pikemen maybe should fight. They can't really run here. That you see on the way for Mr. Fire. Another good engagement for Matthias. He's still playing 1 TC here. But now the pikemen numbers are only getting bigger. Tricky spot and even numbers. That is somewhat better for the Franks player. But villagers, I think Fire will just fly away here. Not a lot of counters against the monks either. conversion against the... Oh, no conversion finished there. Sniped the Monk and is now going back. Skirm production still here. There's one TC only. If only he had some villagers on stone, maybe I could see some X-Men. They won't perform too incredibly well. Once a lot of monks out, and obviously they're on that mobile. Now trying to take another engagement. Pikemen, they have +0 defense, no attack upgrades on them though, and therefore Mathias is taking reasonable fights. Finally, one engagement here for Fire. Will lose the Monk in exchange though. You were awesome today at WBro16. Thank you so much. You have some tips for me as an amateur player regarding attacking strategies. There is a move called Patrol, and if you patrol, you can have the units on aggressive, and they kind of find their targets on their own, and that's why you see people moving in and then they take aggro and will kind of find their targets, as I said. And you can see this is what we're seeing here from Mr. Fire, and that's why he spread it around so well, and all of his units are fighting so nicely. That's so much better than the typical right click. Another conversion happened here of the high HP knight, and pikemen now they are killing. It's looking worse and worse here for Mathias. Yeah, he's doing somewhat well, but well, it is a 1 TC hold. Military count now 13-3. Melkor's Mathias, yes, same player, and Timotheus is Feanor. Both are the two Irish brothers. WBro finally on the way for Mr. Fire, who now adds even more monasteries. Look at that, 3 monasteries and barracks number 4 on the way. He's only 4 villagers ahead, so didn't do the greatest job of keeping all the TCs running at all the times. What can Mathias do? He's still playing this 1 TC, but if you play 1 TC, you kind of want to go for a kill. But he simply can't. Aztecs against Franks, it feels like a big disadvantage here for Fire, and he's playing this down so nicely. Obviously Fire is super fun to be around, knows all the Team Secret players. They have been together for quite some time in the Tyrant team. He was there in China with them as well, so a lot of people would love to have him in Hamburg as well. Such a fun guy. We had him at Talk of the Empire as well, and it was such a blast with him. The guy loves so much. Monks now going forward, trying to get some conversions over the hills. Don't tell me how that works, but it's AoE logic. And build some more houses. And losing the stable here at the front. Doubt is out? Nope, he's only in the loser brackets. You say it's a pretty even matchup? Okay. Maybe the composition of Mathias isn't that great. 31-60 military, gets 1 conversion of a villager. Not sure if he really wants to use all his monk juice on villagers. Maybe some more on the knights. 800 HP on that stable. Maybe he wants to wait for the 6 more, but now he feels the knights are out of position, or the monks are out of position. Sorry for that. The pikemen not really protecting them too well, and he is getting a good fight with only 3 conversions against him. It feels a lot though, and pikemen now clearing house. This is a fight Fire is winning, I believe. If not completely, but at least cost efficiency. Nope, he's winning it in the end as well. Mathias keeps up his production now, 13 villagers behind, and he cannot catch up. Honestly, this might be GG, and Mathias is calling it. Whee! Intense one. Intense one for sure. Talk of the Empire is a talk show hosted by ZeroEmpires, so maybe we had Doubt there, Fire there, TheViper, T90, Memp, all of the great guys. Basically all of the top 10 players from Team Secret, from AM, all have been there. Was so sweet. Everyone, yeah, just around and helping us out. Giving us information. It is now 1-0 for Mr. Fire, who had the higher seed. 2.4k rating gave him that. And Aztecs against Franks. I don't have good advices here for Mathias. Maybe a defense with X-Men could have been an option, but this Mass Knights against Monk Pikeman aggression, wasn't the answer. We can all agree on that. Had the better KD, but cost efficiency was on the side of Mr. Fire. Better eco in the end for him as well, actually. Kind of close-ish, but Fire now in the end with 12 more villagers and would have pulled ahead even further. Not much to change that after like minute 20. Is this a tiny map? Yes. We are always playing on the amount of players. So if we have 2 players, we play map size 2. We play 6 players, we play the map size for 6 players. Throwing Axemen and Mangonels. Okay. Eddie was on Talk of the Empire as well from Team Heresy. We didn't have land, we didn't have the brothers, which I wanted to have. They even said they'd love to, so that might happen for sure at one point. Who else did I miss? We didn't have Spring. It was only Eddie then. And obviously me in every show. And we'll take a look at the leftover Civ guys. So it won't be any more Aztecs, and we won't have any Franks. Next maps are Golden Hill, Cross Acropolis, and Gold Rush. Japanese should be pretty sexy here for Golden Hills though. Probably Berbers for Melkor. I'm excited. Malian's a good Civ as well. I favor the Civs of Fire. Although that's tough to say. Malian, Slav, Magias, Berbers are pretty sexy as well for Mr. Melkor. I'm curious how this all will play out, and this is only now round number 1 of a lot to come. This is already recorded games. Yeah, they happened today, but I was away. At Rocket Bean TV, as NAC2-Kappa is saying. Picking Meso early versus Melkor doesn't make sense, and it shows lack of preparation. Melkor would never pick Meso early on in draft. Oh, okay. Well, I wouldn't expect Fire to be well prepared, honestly. Happened to Doubts. He couldn't make it. Tried to, but his internet was broken. And not much we can do. Hello, Debbie. Hope you enjoyed RBTV as well. I saw you in the chat, but I wanted to stay professional and wanted to start commenting on the game, or continue commenting the games. Donnie, mega fun guy. Yes, he is. Son broke his internet. Yeah, the Ethernet cable, and with it the router, I believe. There's gonna be NAC2 happening, so be hyped for that. There's going to be NAC2 happening? What? Didn't know that. Would Doubt be at NAC2 as a caster if he qualifies? Yes. If he doesn't qualify, no. So. How do you say? Wish him luck, I want to say. Yeah, yeah. Oh, it's not. Down Junior on AoE yeah, AoE drama is great. Okay, guys, then I'd say enough filling of time, and we are jumping into game number 2 here. And let me see. Yeah. Oh, wait. Let me. It's Golden Hill. Okay, let's jump into game number 2. I took a small look into the cross. It will have 4 pawns. Eddie did a small mistake, the guy who sent me the records, and confused map number 2 with map number 3, but no problems here, and I didn't get spoiled at all because the series will obviously always have at least 3 games, and we are jumping into it here with Mr. Matthias playing the Malians. We'll have cheaper buildings when it comes to lumber camps, houses, and docks. Therefore, his crush will be a bit better. On the other side, fire, cheaper lumber camps will be so nice for him, and better fish. We're expecting a lot of crushing going on, and the distance is just super short to each other. They will fight for the center as well. At least that's potential with all the relics here and all the gold in the center. My new favorite map to watch. Great stuff. It is, I think I should always say it, the love child of Gold Rush and Mediterranean. It's Golden Hill. Quite an early villager here. Here's house at... That will be the boar after 3 sheep instead of 4 sheep. Right? Okay. How many send the boar after 4 sheep? He is doing it after 3. Adjusting the strategy a bit. Or the build order. Scout against scout. And you saw patrolling over here as well. And Fire had to scout on aggressive, therefore was able to deal a hit. And now has the HP advantage. Oh, Matthias. I think Fire could even wall this all off and just trap the scout. But now he lets the scout out. Okay. Fire with the standard build order here. 5 on wood. 4 sheep and then the dog. And 27 HP, 37 HP. Dog is coming up. If you have any ideas, want to give any feedbacks on the map for NAC, there is a wishlist thread where I will read what you're saying, what you want to see during NAC2, and you can leave me some feedback over there. Scout of Matthias will die for sure. Question is only when. And if we will scout anything before that. Oh! Fire is letting it go. Why? You're trying to push deer? That's surprising to me. Most players without deer pushing so far. Now he went for 2 more sheep. That's just so weird for me. Oof. Now he wants to go scouting. Fire didn't want to chase down the scout. That's a surprising move to me. He wants to patrol and see if Matthias is maybe going for the center, which he's not. Is it the final map pool? No. As I said, if you have any ideas what maps should be included, we will see some changes for sure. I have a lot of good ideas for the finals. People gave me the feedback that, for example, they want to have a long distance water map such as islands. And well, how it worked out with NAC1, I did ask all the players what maps do you want to see, what maps do you not want to see, and then in the end I gave them the final map pool and asked them, is this fine with you? And they all agreed. That's how we came to the map pool for NAC1. And yeah, overall we were pretty happy with that. Maybe 1 or 2 Pond Arena games where some people weren't happy, but for the rest of it was quite experimental, but people absolutely loved it, and I am happy. Hoping to aim for the same success for NAC2. No villages on gold yet here from Matthias. Quite well late, I have to say. course, nothing has fighter map in every matchup, so the player will try to avoid it. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Two dogs against two dogs. Fire should have pretty good food income here. He goes for those as well. He didn't. Doubt didn't go out. He has a chance in the loser bracket, and he has a chance in qualifier number 2. And yeah, it was nothing he could have done to change that. The games were scheduled at 10 PM his time. He only woke up 21:30 his time, and the internet was broken. Couldn't buy a new cable in time. Scout is still light of Matthias. I don't get how that happened. But well, that's how we roll. And finally, the first engagements are coming. So trash talking about all tournaments might be over. Finally, we can think about what is happening in this game. Matthias double house. He pop 25 and pop 30 house. And we can see therefore already one pop behind might have some troubles here. Fire. 6 on gold, but those were quite late, I believe. Thing is, Fire should be incredibly fine when it comes to his fishing ship. Scout doing the first damage here on water. Or fishing ship on both sides. Matthias extra dock over here. I'm not too sure if I agree with that one in all honesty. It will just be tricky to really grow up. Maybe a third dock over here could have be more beneficial. We will see. For now, not a single kill in this one. Fire Galley now sneaking around maybe, and we see Fire already transitioning into Demo Raft and 1 galley. Let's take a look. That's a better engagement for him. He has 4 galleys, or Fire Galley out, and 2 normal galleys. Military count on the side of Fire, and those were the house. And Matthias already has 2 set apart. This looks good for Mr. Fire yet again. Oh, that could be so bad. Matthias is eating 2 big demo hits here. And finally we have the first kills. Obviously KD is kind of lying to us. Fire lost 2 units as well, but kind of self-inflicted. The 2 demo losses not listed there. Another demo hit was pretty solid here at the moment. KD is 4-0. Yeah, 3 demos went down, but still this is quite a nice move for Fire so far. And the switch into galleys is coming at a nice point. He already has 3 out, which it will be the better unit in the long run. I really want to see Fletching, which is flying in now as well. At the same time, the transition for Matthias a bit later. I like the position of our Brazilian player here. Japanese can mix in some fishing ship, they tank so well. Yeah, maybe that's the matter at one point in the game. Happening. Trying to avoid getting housed. Makes a lot of sense here for Fire. And now he's starting to try to out micro Matthias. There was a lot of Fire Galley. Only 1 galley for him. Fletching now coming in as well. Even adding dock number 4. We'll have the better production pretty soon. But the numbers are better for our Brazilian player, who will get another solid demo hit in. KD 9-4, military count 10-6. It's looking good for Fire at the moment, and he will advance even further. Will continue to micro this, does some more damage. Matthias in a world of pain here. Oh, and Fire is just so good at microing this, and yeah, even goes for the splits here. And you can see he's not even focusing down the Fire Galley, which are closer to him. He's focusing down the real galleys, because he knows those are the real damage dealer in the long run. 12-4 KD. What a solid game by Fire. Double house at the start. Just cost Matthias so much, and now he's on the back foot, and it kind of snowballs at the moment. And Fire Galley will easily get sniped down, and the rest of the galleys not looking too great. KD 11-7, and Fire, he's pushing in, and he will block those berries maybe even. Fire getting solid hits off here, and nice volleys. Matthias, 5 villages ahead though. Not really sure how Fire could idle to steal that much, but already look at his resources. Will be clicking up any second, but maybe will equalize the villager count a bit. Will snipe 1, will snipe 2, could probably get up to 3 here. How did that volley miss completely? Only 2 kills, okay. And snipe that one as well. How well is this guy playing? Pretty impressive stuff. Sniping more Matthias. That's a sloppy play. And that's the problem. What I said, this dog cannot really be used at the moment. Trying to send one galley over, trying to join his friends, and loses 117 out of 120 HP. That's what I said. I wanted to have this third dog a bit earlier. And you see too many galleys now queued up. That means his castle age time is delayed. Still no market. Blacksmith is here. Lots of idle villagers. I'm not impressed by Matthias, honestly. Oh god, and here, look at that. Spread again. Water, not his strength. He is mainly an arena player. He is very good at Arabia as well. But Fire used to be an absolute monster on water. Not too happy when they introduced the Fire Galley, but well, that's the past. Now we are in Galley territory again, and that's where he really shines, and we see how great his micro is. It's just incredible. He was considered to be one of the best water players in the world just 2 years ago. Arena won't be included for NAC2, I can guarantee you that. It's just too boring of a map. The first 15 minutes. There's at least some stuff more happening on basically every other map. One demo, Botkin doesn't have the resources to click Wargate. No, he has the resources. Just had some production here, even adding a stable, goes for some knights. You see in the center as well, and yeah, Matthias knows it's over. That was a pretty one-sided game. Matthias 2 big slip-ups, or maybe 3. House at pop 25, house at pop 30, and a misplacement of the dog. Too many mistakes, and Fire is just too unforgiving to allow that to happen, and now with a solid 2-0 lead. And yeah, he has to have a big grin on his face. Matthias needs to go for a big comeback. KD extremely brutal in favor of our Brazilian player. Want to see Black Forest just for fun? No. No. Always closing H, because I'm so not used to casting Rex. I need to reload it again. I'm remembering that arena game where Viper played with Strakon and got so mad that he trushed, he said to tell him that I'm good at Russia. What? Regicide Fortress Deathmatch. Should probably work in some way, but I think Deathmatch and Regicide together, not too sure if that's too good. Remember the arena game Viper played as Portuguese where it was just a formality? Yes. Against the Incas, against TaToH, right? I always said Portuguese are the strongest civ. If you think arena is boring, you should watch more John Slow. He's too fast for me, so can't really follow it. Philip, hi, Yodes! I tuned in at your stream today. I'll give you the brackets as well here, guys. And we will take a look at the civs as well. Now Golden Hill is over. We won't have Japanese and we won't have... Was it? Malians. I thought it was Berbers. He actually went for Malians. We'll have Slavs, Berbers, and Magyars left for Cross, Acropolis, and Gold Rush. On the other side, Mans, Ethiopians, and Celts for Mr. Fire. Cross.
Rogan?
Probably the Ethiopian. Fran, thanks for the 3. Raffen. I already donated the other day, right? Pretty sure. Remember your name. So let's scratch our head. Slavs, probably Gold Rush. Magyars, Acropolis, so Berbers Cross. But Berbers could be fine for Gold Rush as well. Mayans, Gold Rush for sure. Ethiopians could probably go for Cross and Celts for Acropolis. Not too big of a fan of for that. I think Fire has a pretty bad civ for Acropolis, no matter what he goes for. Scouts are just so good on Acropolis. Distance is always long. Mobility is just so important. I think if Melkor wins Cross, we will see a game 5. That's my prediction. It will either be 3-0 or 2-2. All guesses. I think it was another one where he said his stream, I've definitely won, it's just formality, and then got completely destroyed. No, I don't remember that. It happened in the set with Doubt. He didn't have internet yesterday, and therefore we had to give admin win to Winchester. Because Winchester didn't have time to reschedule and was there in time. But he already said that he is super motivated and will fight through the loser bracket. Scheduling with Cloud already started. And I think we can just jump into game number 3 here. This time really on Cross. And let's see what we will have in store for us. We will have Celts for Mr. Fire and Berbers for Matthias. For everyone who doesn't know this map, we are fighting for 4 nice ponds at the edges, and water is pretty nice to have a better eco, but in the end, land always wins. Nili, what's up? Not much, Lauren for life. What's up with you? Oh. Or like people say good, right? What's up? Good, good. You? Good, good. Right? That's how it works in the States. How are you doing? And I was so confused when I was over there and felt like, how are you doing? Okay, if you're so nice and ask me, I will give it an answer. I actually don't want to know. It feels so weird. Feels so weird. How are you doing? Good. How are you doing? Good. Oh, thanks. They only say thanks, right? It's so weird. How are you doing? Thanks. It's so weird. How are you doing? Thanks. Okay. Will there be more qualifying matches today? Not today, but we will have 2 tomorrow and 2 on Sunday as well. So we are past kind of 4 now, quote unquote. And yeah, let's see that. Love the streams. Thanks. 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 Are you stoned? No. No. Digger, remember, my friend, only Monday is German day, Tuesday to Sunday. This is an English channel. 5 on wood now from Mr. Fire. I want to see a lot of fishing ship here in the back. This is actually a pretty solid dock. Look at all this close by fish here. Should be a nice one. Will you qualify as well to play? No. I will have my hands full with all the organization stuff. No time for playing at the event, so makes 0 sense. It's a bit late to build the dock. Actually, want to start the dock now. Somewhat of a sloppy build order by Mr. Matthews. Normally you want to have 4 on wood, then send the villager, and only then send villager number 5. We'll see the dog. Oh, started 60 wood late. Fire now even 6 on wood, so that will be a lot of fishing ship. We're going to Rocket Beans TV next week again? No, but Marco will be back, and I'm sure he will do a great job again after this week of vacation. And will you take over Rocket Beans TV? Probably never. As long as they stream Truck Simulator, I have no interest in taking them over. Oh, and that cockroach game that Florentine played as well last week. I was so confused. Yeah. Not the best ball lure. Yeah, that's true. Some HP losses here, but in the end, if the villager survives, that's actually pretty solid for him, because he did some damage to the scout of Mr. Matthews. Fire now around, and he has 15 more HP. So even the hill advantage will be tricky for Matthews. I think he needs to run home here. Lots of villagers on wood. Mission should count at green, soon to be.
Yeah.
Is that a second dog for Matthews? Yeah, he didn't find the boar yet. He went to scout and didn't see the boar? Yeah, not the greatest day for Matthews, honestly.
Yeah.
I felt this guy could be one who could go very far in this tournament, but I don't want to say it, but so far, underwhelming performance from a guy who I hold in very high standards. Sorry, I wasn't watching you recently. Shame on you. But do you plan inviting people from other continents to NAC2? Yes, Nicov is already invited, and Yo had an invite as well, but had to refuse since it's Chinese New Year. So yeah, some invitations there as well. And remember, Back T could still make it, so we could have one Asian guy or ACCM as well. Okay, now we soon will have the uptiming here from Matthews. Goes for the big walls. We'll have stone safe, gold and wood still in the back. His main gold somewhat safe. I'm curious what Fire will go for. He is going for some walls as well. Fishing ship count at the moment 4 to 5. Looks like some scouts from Theus. Oh my. Nice. We have a barracks from Fire. Yes, he's building one. Not on gold. Might be double scouts here. Berber and Kelt both going for it. Both trying to wall it off. Nice houses here, blocking out a lot of the area. Some more walls over here would be lovely. Yeah, they have to wall some, but it is doable for sure. Uh-oh, but now the scout, and he still has full HP. Matthews already lost some HP on his 5 more hits needed. I think he will make it home at least. He can do some damage to the scout of Fire. And yes, he does. More hits were needed here. And suddenly, switcheroo. Matthews, the one with more HP, 27 to 18, and he can scare that away. The low HP villager shouldn't really go to the front, and that's why he's sending him back. One villager here at the side is trying to control the left-hand side pond, but is running into a wolf, fighting this off. One spearman to the front. I think 2 villagers should be doing the job here. Good stuff here. And did we see the scouts? Yes. Waypoint. Not optimal this far. No hits here, and it feels like Matthews will be able to wall this all off. Right hand side. Oh, big walls over here as well. Not too great, but what can you do? He could have done like those walls over here and close it on a way bigger area with less investment, and then he still had the full control over his pond, because now some dogs could be sneaked in here. Theus, can he outrun the spearman? Not really. Celts have a speed bonus for the spearman. Berbers have the speed bonus for the villagers. So it evens out again. And Matthias with another villager here at a weird point. Kind of a weird game. Okay, Matthias, so he got all the walls up. Maybe just wants to take it into the very long game and plays that the camels will carry him. The camel archers, obviously. Will be tricky for Celts to have a good answer to that. Maybe Mangonel Pikeman could be an option, but we will see about that. That's another horrible engagement here for Matthias, who is just playing sloppy game after sloppy game this far. Now 700 wood for him. Nothing he's really going for. I don't see him on to mass farms. Nope. Villager around to build a second dock as well. Something we have running for fire. Oh, and when I say that, I stand corrected. We'll scout that. Maybe he can deny that fish income for Mr. Fire. I'd run to the villager of fire though, who is low HP. Weird spearman dance over here. Xmas and Fire is doing a great job of zoning out all the areas. Going on to that gold here, not going for his main gold. An interesting decision for sure. Icon production continues, or Spearman production continues for Matthias. Over here. Oscar on the way for Matthias, and now I really want to see like 10 farms placed around here. And well, he has given me 3. I think we will see even more, and yeah, that's the reasonable amount. Mining camp somewhat misplaced as well. Is touching the gold. You normally want to have 1 tile away. Matthias, he could just take this fight. 36 against 14 HP. How many subs till you do a sauna stream up? He deleted his own villager. He wanted to cancel the palisade and ooh la la, Ripperino. And now pressure on those palisades. No villager really around. Another great engagement for Fire. Honestly, I didn't see that coming. But at the moment, Fire is start outclassing Matthias. Mainly because Matthias is just playing sloppy. And I know I sound harsh when I criticize people because I repeat it over and over again. For me, Matthias is one of the players with the greatest potential at the moment in Age of Empires 2. And it just makes me a bit sad that he can't perform to his full potential in this game, where obviously I have a lot of interest in. And that's why I'm so critical with him at the moment. I hope he will bounce back either in this game and the rest of the series or in the games to come. The moment Fire controlling this pawn quite nicely, even went for pawn number 3. Would love to see some more fishing ship here in the back. Villager count 5 more for Fire, but he's even up to the castle 8. Want to see some villagers on stone here as well. Fishing ship count is the only thing that's still kind of okay for Matthias. All the rest, we have a big lead for Mr. Fire. Runs into double wolves here as well, as if it wasn't bad enough for Matthias. Can he outrun a wolf? No. Wolves are more than 10% faster. Can he quick wall this? He's trying to, even clicks up to castle age here. Has 13 wood in his hand. That's a good spot now for a wall. Maybe he runs around and walls with a house here. That could be the option. Run in here, build a house. 6 HP. No, he will just try to drag those villagers over. He needs to invest quite a bit into warding that area as well. Fire +1 defense, indicating that he will go for more knights here apparently. Something we didn't really expect from our Celts player. Still not on stone. Only 1 stable. Fire up to the castle edge. Going to get another village out. Oh yeah, squeezy villager. Fire pikeman. No, he's going for knights. Others upgrade, still +1 defense. What's that? Yes, he goes men at arms? Matthias is reading that Fire is going for the pikeman push and therefore is adding barracks and goes for the M at A defense. What an interesting move. What a sick read. And honestly, the perfect reaction. Maybe going on stone earlier could have been something, but and he's even adding a third barracks. Well, Fire won't know how a guy picking Berbers will suddenly come up with an M&A or longswordman defense, and well, Matthias will just resign before a 22-minute game. I'm happy that sometimes you can't see my face when I cast, because at the moment I'm disappointed. This was not the series I was hoping for at all. At all. (3-0). Fire wins it. Melkor with not the performance of his life. Sloppy play, especially game 3, game 2 as well. Game 1 was kind of an unfortunate situation for him. With that performance, Melkor, who was for me one of the probably like 5th likeliest guy to qualify in my books, now is going way down the list after this performance. Go Tyrant, says the Viper. And Fire will advance. So Fire will play against the winner of ACCM against Metal. They will play Sunday morning 3 GMT. I will cast those at 18 GMT. And Melkor will go down and place against the loser of ACCM against Metal here as well. At least Matthias Ethernet cable worked, yeah. So congrats to Fire, that was a solid performance by him. Aggressive game on cross there. I'm not sure if his Civ picks were too great. He didn't have a good Civ left for Acropolis. Yeah, and that's something I want to see him improve on. And Dracon also said maybe he could have picked the Meso civilizations or Meso civs a bit later, because Melkor wasn't going for them, but that's some intel that Dracon has that Fire obviously didn't. Oh, if he pays well. Well, Heresy isn't paying me well, so looks tough. Oh, that was it from this series. It's Nili, man. So changing title to Late Night AoE with the Hippo. And we can just remove all of that for everyone who wants to see more of NAC stuff. Tomorrow after ECL I will cast 2 more series. It will be the Risky Dice against Daniel series. If you are from the States, that could be something nice for you to have one of your boys playing, or if you're from Japan. So that's this series that will be casted tomorrow, and Back T against Eddie should be a one-sided series as well. Let's see about that. But we can see the forms. And then on Sunday evening, 18 GMT, I will cast ACM against Metal Rex, and 20 GMT Stark against White Court live action. So Saturday and Sunday evenings should be what you are looking for. I think it's kind of sad that maybe Doubt won't be in NAC. It is sad. Why only one game in Doubt? Because he couldn't make it yesterday because of internet issues. It's bad, man. Yeah, I'm hosting 1v1 action, and we might get some players to come. I will increase the scrolling speed for myself as well. I don't need to do that in game. Forgot it, but at least I thought about it now. Now it's Ethernet cable, yeah. When internet issues, isn't there any rule to relay the games? Yes. The rule is 15 minutes and we waited 40 minutes before I gave out the admin win. And obviously common sense is to try to reschedule, but that was no option because we just didn't have time. Much we can do. And now we're hosting 1v1s. Loud isn't pissed, no. I had a long talk with him, or not a long talk, but like writing back and forth several times with doubt feels like a long talk about the situation, how it was for me, and he understood everything and just motivated to qualify and win an NAC2, he said. So that could be sweet. Will you cast your own games on ECL? I think they will try to avoid it, but I'd do it, yeah. But to see info about NAC or just Google it. Google helps, AOE Zone helps, and !NAC2 will help you some as well. Maybe some viewer games today. Don't really feel like viewer games. Sorry. Moment I feel like trying to compete, trying to play a lot. Tomorrow I will try to perform with some Heresy boys, and would be nice if I'm in tippy-toppy shape, and not really getting into tippy-toppy shape if I play random community games. Sapvoice87, thanks for the prime. DBA viewer games, that is very unlikely to ever happen. And play Arab? Nope. Have fun. You can't click in and then ask for Arab. Sorry, I don't know this map. It's full random. Oh god. I would have played him Arab, just wanted to try to debate him. I will sign up with Asterix for the 2v2 Nations Cup at Germany A. Joined Heresy. I heard that as well. A lot of rumors going around. Are you actively trying to improve as a player? Any goals in mind? Not really. Like, the long-term plan is to win a round with Heresy. Me as a player. That would be... That is a good goal, I believe. Or us advancing around either in my 1v1 or in the team game. Would be nice. Yeah. I asked Jordan and he started to laugh. Mandarin. So I took that as a no. Did you ever beat TheViper? Yes, but never when he played 100%. On a random map. I beat him on deathmatch. Yeah. You say, Scotty, why aren't we playing? he just... Okay, weird. What's your all-time favorite Civ? It was Persians in the old days, now it's Portuguese. And I said that after... When was it? The Forgotten came out. I said Portuguese are so nice. And people still hate them. But it won't take long till people will complain how imba Portuguese are. In what settings do you think Heresy has the best chances? If all of the other 3 or 4 players are having issues with their Ethernet cable. That's our best chance. Browsing AoE2 Reddit, when the ugly truth hit me, the release of AoE2 is closer to the fall of the Berlin Wall than today. That was years ago, my friend. Obviously, like, the fall of the Berlin Wall is 30 years ago, and Age of Empires is 20 years ago. We could have said that for the last 10 years, right? Or the last 9 years. At least that's my Nili math, right? Best of 3 gives us a better chance? Yes. I want to see your plan. What plan? I could see Heresy with some upsets. Well, now after I joined, are there upsets? Are there even upsets anymore? Worlds and Heresy, Spring, Timotheus, Melkor, Eddie, and Lan. And Tira was there but left last week. Need Heresy command? What do you want? If you give me a text, I could add some. We first have what? Look at that, Nili Heresy here. Oh boys. I say we could Nili oh boy, Nili Heresy, Nili oh boy. Yeah, that's how it works. I'd love to have an oh boy hippo in the other direction. Just players? No. Like, I was confused that someone actually asked for that. I've never got asked before, and I'm happy to answer that. Maybe we could do a link to the website. Let's see if I'm added at the Heresy website. If I'm added, I will... Heresy GG. It's Eddie, Hera, Lan, Matthias, Spring, and Timotheus. Well, no link for that website. We can be clear on that. Aye. Can you play a Monk Rush and explain how to do it? We could do troll challenges. Guys, what do you think about that? Let's do troll challenges. I'm up for that. So guys, how this will work. Exclamation mark troll. I will get another nick, and so what happens now is I will play crazy ideas that you have. For example, do a Monk Rush, do an over explanation of a game, and or do like the only strategy excluded is Villager Rush, and something that is like too crazy. And the best idea I will play if you donate $5 or more towards NAC2, as you can see at the top, I will guarantee you to play your strategy. If it's somewhat reasonable. We had like unreasonable stuff like delete all female villagers. That didn't result into any reasonable games, but yeah. So that's something I'm excited for that. I will get someone else excited to play here. 1700 nick of mine. The excited spoon. I didn't have him in quite some time. Let's change the title. Troll Friday. Exclamation mark troll. That might taste. Play left hand, mouse right hand. Yeah, that was horrible, my friend. That really hurt. You have to remember it's only 1v1s, no team games, because I don't want to ruin like 7 players game. You may only advance to the next stage after you have researched every single tag. That's a lot of tags. That's a lot of tags. Castle Age University. Ugh. Can only attack enemy base after you took all the relics to enemy base, possibly low relic victory. Okay. That's a good one. Only Dark Age, we did that several times. Only here to ruin one person's life. Yeah. Let me see, do we have... I see Notera on the website. It's too late now. You screwed it. Discern. It's too late. I'll make you mod though, so that you can add comments if you feel they are needed. Even without military buildings. Now that always ends in a trash, right? Cheap rush and 1 boar lured to enemy. Oi. Siege only, maybe plus monks for your offensive play. Or the opponent. Marco. Let's find an enemy. Unspore. How oh god are we high? That's bad. We really need to lose some games. No army? How does that work? You did the no blacksmith one, right? Oliver, you decide what I will do. You're the only you're the long-term supporter here. Good job today at MembTV, thanks. They like a copycat, produce the same units as the enemy. Oh god, that was one of the most fun games. We did that. That was so good, the copycat challenge game. Oh boy. With the Monk Rush? If F1Re says so. Vegan challenge. I even made a vegan account to do that, but those games were never fun. The Smurf account? Perhaps. The pressure. F1Re, you have to decide it. I will change the overlay. Give me 1 minute, please. Where is the troll stuff? Troll back? Troll. Okay. Only skirms. Troll as well. There are trolls. Okay. Maybe again copycat. The game should turn out quite differently, right? Yes, it does. Okay, so F1Re. F1Re. Copycat. Only build units that enemy built before. That sounds reasonable, right? Let's do the copycat. Okay, we'll do that. Okay, so now I am only allowed to build units that my enemy built before, and we have to adjust if it's Meso against non-Meso. I will explain you how we will do it. I will tell him to enjoy the game. See if he will. Always have the lower score than enemy. That's a tricky challenge. What? How can I do that? Ay. Okay, Magyars against Indians. Well, if he goes camels, I can go knights, right? Oh boy. Well, I didn't see all his villagers, but I can build villagers. I can tag everything I want to. But as I said, I can only build units once I see what he is doing. So I'm always behind in production. Dot cable challenge, I will read it afterwards. It's good. It's needed.
Jó nap, gyűjtögetek.
Gyűjtögetek.
Szolgálatára.
Jó napot. Parancs. Gyűjtögetek.
Gyűjtögetek.
Stringer, thanks for the 5 months.
Építkezek.
Would you ever try to qualify for NAC yourself? Yeah, asked several times. No. I have too much to do organizing everything. I think even if I was top 8, I had a serious chance to compete, which obviously I'm far away from, I'd not do it for the sake of the tournament. Poor Jonas, thanks for the prime. Same for Zero Soros song. And yeah, we need to do a lot of good scouting.
Igen.
Yeah, for sure.
Gyűjtögetek.
Parancs, gyűjtögetek. Épi szolgál, igen.
Gyűjtögetek.
Oh, didn't think I would find those.
Azonnal. Vadász.
Jó nap, vadászok. Jó napot, gyűjtögetek. Épi.
Vadász.
I obviously can't upgrade, so if he shows me Spearman, I can only build Spearman as well. I can't upgrade to Pikeman unless he does Pikeman as well. And I just came up with the rule that I can build Knights if he builds Camels. Yeah, and obviously like Tower Rush is excluded in those kind of strategies as well. Maybe just mass archers could be a nice war. But he won't go for that. Oh, we won't be able to go for this game either. Whoa! Oh. You're welcome. If he builds only his special, does he mean that you can only build your special? Yes, exactly. Unique unit has to be like mirrored. So if he knows what I am, for example, Mayans against Goth could be pretty tricky. Just needs to wall and build a Huskar. Oh, he doesn't even need to wall. I can't attack him!
Igen, építkezek, megyek. Építkezek, fát vág.
I think I screwed this up.
Gyűjtögetek.
Pretty bad start at the moment. I can't up. That's sloppy. Should probably rewatch that wreck and see what I did so wrong there. Yeah, that shouldn't really happen.
Gyűjtögetek.
We can build let me see, maybe he goes on gold. I think I can go on gold as well. I really need to scout a lot here. I mean, ace would be nice. Okay, no, he's not going for gold. Uh-oh. Huh? What is this? Okay, stable. Okay, good.
Gyűjtögetek.
Gyűjtögetek. Egyenes. Építkezek. Azon építkezek. Igenis.
Gyűjtögetettem.
Gyűjtögetek. Megyek. Építkezek.
Taking my scout back because I don't want to lose him. I would love to find him build some spear, or want to see him go for some spearman.
Építkezek. Igen.
Jó napot. Építkezek.
Fát vágok.
Parancs. Parancs. Építkezek. Igen. Építkezek. Parancs.
Gyűjtögetek.
Drove me crazy.
Építkezek.
Okay, thanks.
Vadászok. Fák. Igenis.
Jó napot.
Igenis. Építkezek. Jó napot. Vadászok.
Jó napot. Építkezek. Építkezek.
Építkezek. Építkezek. Építkezek.
I don't have a defensive gold there, right? Oh, okay.
Parancs. Vadászok.
Ah!
Igen. Építkezek.
Jó nap. Fát vágok.
Let's see if we can
Igenis.
scout more.
Építkezek.
A lot of gold in the center here as well.
Jó napot. Építkezek.
What's up?
Parancs. Építkezek.
Parancs. Szolgálatára.
Gee, if I just go mass scouts, it should do something, right? Let me see if I can go. Oh,
Szolgálatára. Építkezek.
because that's kind of an okay strat against this.
Jó napot. Bányász. Parancs. Építkezek.
Oh, you rolled everything. Okay, well, then we kind of need to go up. Well, maybe not. Well, I can still block his gold, right?
Építkezek.
Oh boy.
Szolgálat. Építkezek.
Jó nap. Építkezek. Jó napot. Építkezek.
Oh no! Ah!
Szolgálatára. Építkezek.
Oh, I can build spearmen now. Let's add some. Oof, TaToH. Country Belgium, thanks for the host. Buddy viewers, we're at the moment doing some troll games. Since we are doing some challenges at the moment, already decided I can only build units that I already saw from my opponent. In this case it is spearmen and scouts. I'm going for. Oh, so. Let's hope that he overchops somewhere. Not really for now. It's a lot of spearmen.
Építkezek.
Igen. Építkezek.
Szolgálatára. Építkezek.
Am I not putting houses? Okay. That means I can move in here maybe?
Építkezek. Építkezek.
Jó napot. Építkezek. Igen. Megyek. Építkezek.
Parancs.
Igen, oda. Előre.
Oh, gold is now out of position, I believe. Give me a second, barracks. You got show up? No. Oi.
Gazdák.
Parancs. Építkezek.
Jó napot. Építkezek.
Oh, baby.
Parancs. Épít. Jó napot. Parancs.
Szolgálat, igen. Előre.
Oh. Open that.
Előre. Előre.
Parancs. Építkezek.
Jó napot. Épít. Parancs.
Igen.
Igen. Épít.
Igen, támadás. Igen, rendben. Rohan.
Építkezek.
Épít.
Is that really all his... Am I missing some woodland or something? Not really, right?
Igen. Támadás.
Is he out microing me here?
Szolgálatát. Előre.
Építkezek.
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 Rendben, igen, uram.
Jó napot. Építkezek.
Szolgálat. Előre. Igen, rohan. Parancs. Előre.
Parancs. Építkezek.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to upgrade to pikeman anyway, so it's mainly for the blacksmith upgrades.
Szolgálatára.
Jó napot. Épít.
Parancs. Parancs. Előre.
It
Parancs.
feels like I might just kill him before that anyways.
Igen, igen. Parancs. Igen. Igen. Parancs. Támadás. Támadás.
Szolgálat. Bányászok. Építkezek.
Szolgálatára.
Jó napot. Építkezek.
Igen,
Oh no.
uram. Előre.
Igen, építkezek.
Rendben.
I will get it up. Some losses for him, but
Építkezek.
Igen, rendben.
Építkezek.
Parancs. Igen, uram. Rendben. Parancs. Igen, uram. Igen, uram.
Szolgálat. Építkezek.
Igen, rendben. Igen, uram. Rendben. Igen, uram. Igen, uram. Szolgálat. Parancs. Szolgálat.
Jó napot. Építkezek. Igen.
looks good.
Parancs. Igen, uram.
Oh, he's debating me here.
Roham.
Really? He built Spearman and Scouts and I had Magias. Made it quite easy. Okay. Manjo with the 324, Sabulus with the Prime. Thanks for that. Project Belgium earlier with the host. I will open for more ideas, and the salad is real, so $5 arrows means that your idea will be played as long as it's somewhat reasonable. TaToH rush, absolutely an option. Have a nice stream. Thanks. No upgrade challenge. That's no loom as well, right? Petatis TC, that's a good one. Don't use patrol move, that's too easy. Play with the screen rotated? Not even sure how to do that. Only allow 20 pop per age, that's tricky. Kill your scout and only scout using outpost. Oh, that's a good one. Big. Manjo with another 157 kind of messed it up before the currency, now it is even. Okay, that makes it over $5. If you have an idea what you want to see, Manjo, then
only Nilla Kappa.
Militia only it is. So that's Lick NA Militia only. See what we can find. Oh, we got so high, man. Challenges weren't tough enough. Already 1800. Ugh. TC Rush, you will enjoy one of the old trolley challenges where I did 5 or 6 TC rushes in a row on arena. That was pretty sick. I can get the blacksmith upgrade for militia, yeah, I assume so. So best units would be, like best civs would be Japanese, Goth, and Malians, probably. Durinder, thanks for the Twitch Prime. Burmese would be nice, yeah. Ah, Vikings. Yeah. Enjoy, he says. He answers. Listen, only the enemy might be too good for that, but we will try our very best. Byzantines, no advantage there. And last time we had Byzantine challenge, we went full spearman and went pop 200 with spearman. That was pretty sick. Also my YouTube. Scout is in the wrong direction. I'll also take a villager forward or two to get some laming rolling as well. But only a bit later. Oh boy. Okay, it's time. Let's go back with the scout there. Thought about taking it with the villager, with sheep, but it's fine. We don't need that much scouting in turn anyways. I didn't push a deer on the way back. So I will build the carrots very open. What I did wrong in the other games is I sent a 5th villager on wood too late. Try to fix that this game. We'll push 1 deer and then we will scout. That was a lot of damage done. Let's go scouts.
Sane. Correctus. Venatus.
Salve. Venatus. Venatus.
Corretto. Presto.
Venatus.
Impero. Ago. Correctus. Condo. Venatus. Presto. Ein.
Impero. Venatus.
Ein. Corretto.
Oh boy.
Venatus.
Venatus.
Venatus. Ein. Salve. Condo.
Impero. Venatus.
Salve.
Presto.
Salve.
Venatus.
Odio. Condo.
Impero. Impero. Caedo. Corretto. Caedo. Caedo.
Caedo.
Caedo.
Condo. Sane. Corretto. Sane. Ago. Condo. Sane. Ago. Condo.
Feels excited spoon man.
Condo. Presto. Correctus. Condo. Venatus.
Sababulo.
Venatus.
Salve. Condo.
questions about German language. Now we're getting crazy.
Podio. Podio.
Caedo. Impero. Condo. Salve. Ago.
Where is he, man?
Impero. Impero. Condo.
Ein, Deleo.
Pabulo. Impero. Condo.
Pabulo. Condo.
Commita.
Sane.
Ein.
Ein, Sane.
Pabulo.
Almost really tricky against walls.
Salve. Presto. Condo.
Presto.
Ein. Presto. Ago.
Ago. Correctus.
Ago. Ein.
Condo.
Presto. Sane. Sane. Presto. Ein. Ein. Ago. Ein. Pero. Migno.
Salve. Condo. Impero. Condo.
Ein. Condo.
Sane.
Ago. Impero. Impero.
Ago.
Sane. 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 Impero. Ein.
Correctus. Correctus.
Ein. Ein.
Ein.
Porro. Ein. Impero.
Ein.
Presto.
Caedo.
Pero. Sane.
Ago. Sane.
Deleo. Deleo.
Presto. Ein.
Ein. Sane. Pugno.
Correctus.
Deleo.
Impero. Condo.
Salve.
Impero. Presto.
Presto. Condo.
Impero. Deleo. Presto. Impero.
Presto.
Sane.
Condo.
Ein. Condo. Impero. Condo.
Ein. Sane.
Condo.
Presto. Sane. Impero. Sane.
Condo.
Ago. Sane. Pugno.
Condo. Ago.
Deleo. Presto. Commita. Ein.
Sane. Condo.
Ein. Ein. Pero. Presto. Ago. Ein. Deleo.
Ago. Condo. Condo.
Ago. Ago.
Caedo. Condo. Condo.
Colo.
Presto. Ein. Impero.
Salve. Condo.
Ein. Sane. Commita. Deleo.
Condo.
Ein.
Oh, lots of low HP rolls.
Pero. Pugno. Pero. Sane. Ein.
Salve.
Condo.
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 Pero. Ago. Presto. Sane. Ago.
Impero.
Impero. Ago.
Correctus. Condo. Condo.
Pero. Sane. Ein. Deleo. Presto. Ein.
Sane. Condo.
Sane. Impero. Sane.
Condo.
Pero. Commita.
Condo. Correctus.
Oh no.
Presto. Fodio. Condo.
That single queue, that's obviously very annoying here.
Impero.
Condo.
Commita. Ein.
Salve. Condo.
Ein. Pero. Sane. Ein. Impero. Deleo.
Ein. Sane.
Huh?
Correctus.
Ein. Espero. Porro. Deleo. Ein. Ago.
Condo.
Ein.
Condo.
Salve. Quando.
Impero. Sane. Impero. Sane.
Correctus. Condo. Condo. Condo.
Ein. Ago. Sane. Ago. Ein. Ago. Ago. Deleo.
Oh no.
Ein. Ago. Deleo. Porro. Sane. Ein. Sane.
Condo.
Ein. Quando.
Condo.
Ein. Sane. Pero. Ein. Pero.
Quando. Fodio.
Uh-oh. Oh, who's missing though? Do we have any lower keyboards? Not really. Okay, I need to up now.
Condo.
Where is scouts, man?
Presto. Ein. Sane. Infame.
Ein. Condo. Impero. Ein. Colo. Pablo.
Ein. Presto. Ein.
Hmm.
Presto. Ago. Sane.
Salve. Correctus. Condo. Condo.
Pero. Ago. Sane.
Okay, now the trick is to control here, and then we have more surface area.
Condo.
I think I did that pretty well. Oh no.
Quando.
Sane. Prefisso.
Pugno. Pero.
Correctus. Condo. Condo.
Pero. Ein.
Condo. Podio.
Pero. Sane. Pereno. Commita. Commita. Ein.
Salve. Ago. Caedo.
Quando. Quando.
Salve. Condo.
Quando.
Presto. Condo.
Pero. Quando.
Ein. Impero. Ein.
Oh god. Ah, he thinks I'm doing every right? He couldn't be more wrong.
Quando. Ein. Caedo.
I want to fight before I have the M&A upgrades.
Condo.
Little did he know.
Ein. Condo. 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 Caedo.
I assume was here. Oh, sneaky wood over there. Well, we shouldn't allow that.
Presto. Condo. Caedo. Caedo. Condo.
Hmm.
Salve. Correctus. Condo. Sane. Condo. Condo. Salve.
Quando.
Condo. 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 Presto. Caedo.
Salve. Quando.
Impero.
Quando. Pero. Quando. Ein. Caedo. Caedo.
Caedo.
Commita. De Leo. Ago. De Leo. Pugno. De Leo. Pugno. Ein. Sane. Commita. Ago. Ein. Sane. Ein.
Caedo. Impero. Condo.
Ein.
Condo.
Impero. Ein. Ein.
Impero. Condo. Odio.
Ein. Sane. Impero.
Quando? Quando?
Impero. Sane. Ein. 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 Pugno. Ein. De Leo. Pugno. Ein. De Leo. Commita. Ago. De Leo.
Condo. Ein. Condo. Condo.
Ein. De Leo. Ein. Ein. De Leo. Commita. Sane.
Condo. Condo. Condo.
Ein. Impero. De Leo.
Commita.
De Leo. Commita. Sane.
Condo.
Impero. Ein.
Mm.
Sane. Ago.
Salve. Condo.
Ein. Impero.
Thing is, if I get Castle Age, he will just think like, okay,
Ein. Pugno.
now he will go for the big siege push.
Condo. Salve.
Little did he know again.
Caedo.
Presto. Sane. De Leo. De Leo.
Oh boy.
Ein. Commita. Ago. Consane.
Ein. Condo. Condo.
Ago. Ein.
Impero. Condo.
Oh boy.
Correctus. Condo.
Commita.
Impero.
Archer range down.
Condo.
Ein. Sane. Ein. Ein. Ago. Sane. Ago. Ein. Impero.
Salve. Condo.
Ein. Impero. Ein. Impero.
Castle Age is cheating.
Ago. Porro. Commita. Porro. Impero. Sane.
Impero. Caedo. Salve.
Ein. Presto. Commita. Porro. Porro. Commita. Ago. Sane. Pugno. Ein. Ago. Impero. Sane. De Leo.
Where is he going?
Impero. Ein. Ein.
Salve. Quando?
Oh, Arsen.
Impero. Sane.
Ago. Colo. Colo.
Quando? Quando? Quando?
Ein.
Quando?
Impero. Sane. Porro. Pugno. Ago. Ein. Impero. Presto. Ago. Sane.
Impero. Odio. Impero.
Oh, he's out of wood to repair.
Condo. Caedo.
I'm sure that's too strong of a unit. Why are we still this? No, no GG. Nili. Well. I hope you like that. He had a pretty good map to defend, honestly. TaToH Militia. Too strong of a unit. I'm open for more ideas, guys. Sellout is strong in me. When is next out qualifier? Check over at AoE zone. It's public scheduling. Redefining the meta. Oh. Game room is over capacity. He had fletching. Yes, at the end he did, but for a long time he didn't. Mouse only? Oh, that was brutal. I even have one on YouTube, mouse only. With a pretty good thumbnail. Oh, announce everything in chat. That's so good as well. TA only and choose div. Good ideas. Slowest mouse speed. Oh, that's too painful. No mouse. That's a real challenge. A no mouse challenge. No attack before max out. But I'm allowed to defend. Full trash and towers only. No hands. No sound was horrible. We already did that. People really hated it. It was just super silent. Ah, the ball mouses. The ball mice. Yeah. Scout without posts. Have you played without minimap yet? Yeah. That was a lot of scrolling, but wasn't too much of a problem. I just did more groups than I normally used to, which is actually good training. I should play without minimap more often, maybe. Can only get gold through market. Yeah, on 19th resolution, that was horrible as well. No one enjoyed that. Vegetarian only, never had a good game with that. Really thirsty. Let me get something to drink. You come up with some great ideas, guys. Spanish Villager is the one strategy that I will refuse. I did that once and it was a horrible game. Actually, it turned out in another game that I went for it because I wanted to do missionaries only. And announcing attack would be hilarious. Oh, I literally cried on stream at that game when I did it last time. It was so funny. This guy got so mad, and the challenge afterwards was always announce what you're doing. And oh god, I was crying on stream and couldn't see what I was doing because I had tears in my eyes. Oh, it was so good. Hallelujah. Okay. So, Hyana OP. It's your strategy then, because you at the moment are probably the biggest supporter of this channel. Change units after you create one type. You can't go back. Scout, Archer, Scout isn't allowed, but Scout, Archer, Skirm, Scout is fine. How is Scout, Archer, Scout not allowed? You have to clarify that. Bananas are berries? Didn't know that. They said enemy boars? That's tricky. Want to use opponent's golden stone? That's interesting. Can't go back one step? What does that mean? Win by wonder. A good one. What do you mean you can't go back one step? I need to clarify that good. Gentleman challenge, can't lose a single team at Ultra. You go scout to arch, you can't go back to scout without making a new unit. You go scout into arch, you can't go back to scout without making a new unit. It's a little complex. Yeah, I think it will be too confusing for me. Scout out of NAC? No. Losers brackets and second qualifier. Hyana, we need another thing there. Need to convert military buildings before you are allowed to produce. Oh yeah, I need to convert a unit before I'm allowed to produce it. Well, that's ridiculously tough. I made a monk only, yeah. Was good games actually. Only mark cards, well I can never win that way, right? Only spearman, that was one of my best YouTube ones. It was best of 5 max focus, doubt couldn't come. Okay, since so many people ask for monk only, I will do monks only. And we're praying that we are getting a solid civ.
Okay, let's make it a bit fair. If you make 5 scouts, you have to then change to another type of unit, anything, say 5 archers, but you then have to make another type of unit, say 5 skirms or 5 spears, before you can make scouts. Again and repeat.
To make 5 scouts, you have to then change to another type of unit, anything, say 5 archers, but then you have to make another type of unit, say 5 skirms, or you can make scouts again. That's too complicated, I still don't get it. Okay, I will try to get it as good as I can. So let's make 5 units max, then switch units. Units. More than 2. Something like that. Yeah, it's just like... Okay, I will try to always do the 5 switch. I will do Monk Rush first, and then we'll see. Monk Rush obviously could fail. Let's play against a Smurf. Give him some games. Okay, so Monk only is the first challenge, and then we try to maybe you will find something. A better way to explain it. Maybe do a chart for me or something. Okay, he isn't around apparently. Okay, he will play. So monks only. Let's pray for a good Civ, guys. Hope we get Persians. Persians would be pretty bad. I need to get to Castlage as well, so that might be tricky. Okay, monks only. Okay, and he is a Smurf, so he might have interesting skill levels. Saracens would be nice, Spanish would be nice, Turks, Burmese, Aztecs. How do you know he's a Smurf? Well, he does have no games on his nick. He has 6 games on his nicks and 7 games on his nicks and 6 to 1. Why you joined this room? What's his question? Build a mill in every corner before attacking. That's funny. Italians, I think they have all the upgrades in the book as well. That's a pretty good save for me. My map has to be bad though. Since we are at the edge of the map, there's no way to have defensive resources behind our base. Let's see, we might have a very compact map though. And we are playing against Vikings. Good gold spot, not the best possible one, but it's kind of important that it's not the super clumped up one. And we can instantly start pushing deer, honestly. Because we are going fast castle anyways. Our scouting will be late. And we already have 6 sheep, so they can do most of the scouting fast. We'll push 1 deer and then that will be it. Oh boy.
Dadgum.
Skip those 6 sheep and then... Okay. Where is Excited Spoon from? He doesn't know either. Officially he's from Colombia.
Venatus, Venatus. Condo. Press, Venatus, Venatus.
You okay? Yeah, I'm okay.
Condo. Ein, Venatus, Venatus.
Caedo.
Salve. Venatus. Venatus, Venatus. Venatus, presto. Condo. Impero. Impero. Correctus. Venatus, salve. Sane.
Ein.
Salve. Corretto. Salve. Salve. Presto. Pabulo. Ein. Sane. Ein. Pabulo. Venatus. Impero. Venatus. Salve. Sane. Condo.
Venatus. Pabulo.
Impero. Sane. Condo.
Pabulo. Pabulo. Impero. Venatus. Ein.
Why are they always going crazy?
Caedo.
Caedo. Caedo.
Venatus. Ein. Correctus. Condo. Correctus. Condo. Condo. Sane. Condo. Salve. Caedo.
What?
Condo. Ein. Correct. Condo. Correct. Condo. Ein. Condo.
Yes.
Pabulo.
That's how we're playing it.
Condo.
Not the Viper man.
Condo.
Oh, I'd love to be.
Presto.
Apparently not, yeah.
Condo.
Condo.
Condo. Ein. Condo. Condo. Presto. Podio. Presto. Condo. Pabulo. Presto. Pabulo. Condo.
Presto. Correctus. Pabulo. Presto.
Hmm.
Podio. Sane.
Is that Walt?
Pabulo. Impero. Condo.
Podio. Ein. Caedo.
Condo.
Ein.
Condo.
Caedo.
Condo. Pabulo.
Pabulo. Caedo. Ein. Caedo.
Impero. Condo.
Caedo.
Caedo. Ein. Condo.
Pero caedo.
Correctus. Condo.
You're not the Viper man, he says.
Impero.
Should have said K.
Correttane. Ein. Preficio. Impero.
Correctus. Ein. Condo. Impero. Ein. Caedo. Condo.
Ein. Podio.
Sane. Podio. Presto. Caedo.
Preficio.
Oh, scouts against Oh boy.
Caedo.
Give me stone maybe? Wood maybe?
Condo. Sane. Condo. Caedo.
Caedo. Caedo. Pabulo. Pabulo. Sane. Pabulo. Corretto. Caedo. Salve. Sane. Corretto. Caedo. Impero. Presto. Caedo. Caedo.
Salve.
Sane.
Condo. Sane.
Condo.
Condo. Correctus. Condo. Condo. Condo.
Ein. Condo. Condo.
Condo. Ein. Condo. Ein. Podio.
Fodio. Fodio.
Condo.
Salve. Caedo. Sane. Salve. Presto. Condo. Condo. Fodio.
Podio. Podio.
Do I need farm upgrade? Well, let's just take it. Maybe I should send someone stone.
Sane. Sane. Ein. Presto. Ein.
Presto. Caedo.
Salve. Ein.
What are they just up to?
Fodio.
Podio. Podio. Presto.
Really?
Sane. Correctus. Sane. Sane. Condo.
Correctus. Condo. Ein. Correctus.
Ein. Sane.
Correctus.
Condo. 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 Correctus.
Condo. Correctus. Condo. Condo. Correctus.
Oh boy. Why aren't we jumping in?
Ein. Corretto. Caedo.
Podio.
Condo.
What was supposed to do this thing? Way too much on food? Oh god, he tower jumped even.
Podio. Condo.
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 Fodio. Impero.
Condo.
Pabulo. Reficio.
Condo.
Fodio. Condo.
Maybe I should have just gone for the back gold.
Fodio.
Left myself a lot of troubles.
Colo. Condo.
Colo.
Presto. Colo.
Ein. Colo.
Ein. Impero. Condo.
Oh no!
Correctus. Condo. Fodio.
Ah, that was sloppy. Defensive. Approach is the way better one here.
Condo. Sane. Condo.
Salve. Sane.
Ein. Condo. Condo.
What the fuck?
Salve. Sane. Ein.
Okay.
Ein. Correctus. Ein. Correctus.
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 Salve. Condo. Ein. Correctus.
Presto, correctus. Sane, presto. Correctus. Sane, ein, correctus. Ein, presto, salve. Sane, presto, ein, salve. Ein, correctus. Ein, sane, correctus.
Ein sane. Pero quando?
Fodio.
Fodio.
Sane.
Ein, correctus. Sane,
Correctus. Ein sane. Quando? Fodio. Caedo. Presto.
Vero. Condo.
ein,
Sane. Condo.
correctus, sane, salve,
Quando?
correctus,
Presto.
ein, sane, presto, ein, sane, correctus,
Quando?
Oh no, that's bad.
sane,
Here. Okay.
salve, sane, correctus, correctus,
What am I doing?
Sane. Condo. Condo.
sane, sane, presto, correctus, correctus, sane, correctus,
Ein.
Correctus. Quando?
sane, ein, presto, sane, correctus, salve, sane, correctus,
Sane. Quando?
Ein. Condo.
Pero sane. Quando? Fodio.
presto,
Pero ein. Quando?
Salve.
Sane. Corretto. Sane. Ein. Correctus. Sane. Ein. Correctus. Caedo. Fodio. Quando?
Sane. Salve. Sane. Correctus.
Sane. Condo.
Correctus. Ein. Presto. Sane. Presto. Ein. Correctus. Sane. Ein. Correctus. Presto. Sane. Correctus. Sane. Sane. Salve. Sane. Correctus.
Might be housed.
Condo.
Correct. Sane. Correctus.
Pero. Caedo.
Ein, Sane.
Ah yeah, he is housed.
Ein, Condo.
Ein. Correctus.
Impero. Ein, correct. Sane. Ein,
He will get a castle up pretty soon. We'll make it tricky. I think I want to block the stone now. Really don't want to give him too much. Ooh. Oh, archers! Well, that's an evil thing to do. And a market as well.